Today, we're going to discuss how to feel deserving. Have you ever had a time in your life where you were doing all the right things, you were taking all of the right steps, but for some reason, your goal, your outcome, just seemed to keep eluding you? You just couldn't get it. Sometimes that's because of a lack of knowledge. You're missing a step that you need to take. But what I'm talking about is when you know beyond a doubt, totally in your core, that you're doing everything right. You're taking all the steps, and it just seems like the universe keeps going, nope, not yet, nope, not yet. I personally had that type of experience, and it was amplified for me because I was actually coaching other people on how to achieve these outcomes in their lives, how to attract what they wanted into their lives, how to get in better physical health, financial rewards, relationships. There was a group of people that I was coaching on different subjects, and the things that I were teaching them were bringing them great rewards. And in my life, I was struggling in every area. And it actually made me question my right and my ability to coach these people. Because if it wasn't working for me, what authentic right did I have to talk to these people about these things? And I struggled with that a lot. Because the other side of the coin was they were getting the results. So I kind of felt like, the universe had a really weird sense of humor and I was the punchline. I mean, that's really how I felt. Talk about a very empowering belief system. Well, this was about 10 years ago. And at that time, I went to a seminar along with these people that I was coaching that was put on by Bijan Anjomi. He is the author of Effortless Prosperity. And he was doing a one-day event, actually it was a two-day event, that was called Clearing to Create. And while we were there, Bijan was talking about how everything that you desire in the universe is available to you. You just have to be open to receive. And I sat there struggling so much because my spiritual journey had brought me to that place of believing that we all are entitled to anything that we desire in life. The universe doesn't hold things back from us. But in my life, I was having everything held back from me. So I asked Bijan, I don't understand. I'm doing all the right things. There are these people sitting here in this room with me who I'm teaching these skills to, and they're getting great results, but I'm not. Why? Well, Bijan really didn't answer the question for me. But the opportunity that opened up was during the lunch break. Another person who was there, Bob Quintana, he and I talked during the break. Now, Bob actually gave me my very first job as a coach. He owned Tony Robbins' franchise, and he taught me to be a coach. So we were talking during the break, and Bob asked me a very eye-opening question. But he pre-framed it. He said, look, well, when I asked you this, I don't want you to think about the answer. I don't want you to run it through the logic process. I want you to go with your gut. The very first answer that comes up, say it. Be honest. So, all right, I commit to that. He said, do you feel worthy and deserving of those things that you're asking for in your life? And the first response that came up was no. And that shocked me. But as Bob and I talked more and we looked at it, it all made sense. Our belief systems determine everything that we do in our lives, the actions that we take, the potential we tap into, the results that we achieve. And I had a belief system, I had a set of rules set up that for me to deserve the prize, here were all these rules that had to fall into place. Here are all these things that had to happen first. And one of the biggest things for me was nothing could come easy. I mean, how many of you have been taught that, if you want the great body, you got to sweat, you got to struggle, you got to hurt. No pain, no gain. or in business, nose to the grindstone, all these different things. Well, I was taught by many different teachers growing up that you had to earn everything in life. Nothing was to come easy. You had to pay your dues, and you had to make sure they were paid before you deserved getting the prize. Well, I set up so many rules for myself of what I had to overcome to be worthy of the outcome that I would sabotage myself every time I got close to it. If it was in a relationship and I was starting to get close to it, well, I haven't really established myself financially, and I haven't worked out this, and my body's not the way I want it to be, so I would sabotage the relationship some way because I wasn't deserving of a loving relationship yet. I hadn't achieved all those other things first. Or if it was in my finances, well, I wasn't worthy of getting that $20,000 contract because I haven't proven my track record yet. I was creating all the rules. I was creating all the obstacles to getting what it was that I deserved. Through that conversation, through that experience, I really began to examine those belief systems and start tearing those down, getting rid of them. Because I do truly believe that the universe wants us to have everything in our lives that we desire. There's a great little poem story that I've heard before, and I don't know who to credit it to, but it talks about this person going to heaven, and they're walking down the hallway and they're talking with God, and they're walking past all these rooms where these angels are piling up all these presents. And finally, after about 10 or 12 rooms that just are huge and all this going on, the person turns to God and goes, "What's with all this stuff? Is this gifts that people are giving you?" And God goes, "No, these are the gifts that people asked for, but just when we were ready to give them to them, they changed their mind." And I thought about that. How many gifts is the universe ready to give me? How many is it ready to give you that we stop it from coming because we say, "I don't deserve it yet"? I appreciate it, but I don't deserve it yet. I know I sabotaged a lot in my life that way. So what I'd like to invite you to do for this week's exercise is take a look at your life, whether it's in your physical health. Maybe you're trying to lose weight, or you're trying to get on a diet, or you're trying to quit smoking, or you're trying to quit drinking, but you keep failing. Ask yourself and go with the first answer that comes back. Do you feel worthy and deserving? If the answer is no, maybe you want to explore why. Take a look at those belief systems. Go back to that earlier video we did on belief systems. Sometimes it's about self-forgiveness. We've got an episode on that. Apply these things because you do truly deserve anything that you desire in your life. Look at your business, at your finances. Do you feel worthy and deserving of having a better income, of having a better home, of having the relationship you desire? Self-awareness is about recognizing that you control and you determine your outcome. So, really quick here, I mentioned Bijan Anjami and I mentioned Bob Quintana. Self-Awareness 101 will be coming to an end with the 52nd episode, but we're going to be creating more series. And we're actually going to be interviewing successful people in the field of personal development and self-awareness. We're also going to be interviewing individuals who are living their authentic life. Bijan and Bob have already agreed to be two of our subjects for the interviews. So I just want to throw that little teaser out there. That's going to be coming in a few months. But again, do you feel worthy and deserving? How to feel deserving? Give yourself permission. Choose to. So I look forward to your comments. I look forward to your feedback. I look forward to connecting again soon. Take care. For a transcription of the video you just watched, more videos, and related articles, visit yourdailylifecoach.com. To comment on this video, select Discussion Forums on any page of our website.